Welcome to the greatest show on the internet. You asked for the best, but they weren't available, so you've got us.
Cut take two. It's the Podcast Guys, featuring the lovely and talented musician, actor, and international Korean rock star, Loren Scott, and over 40 years in television, Hollywood stuntman, stunt coordinator, producer, and he does funny things with his eyes and his mouth, Carl Cesario. And I'm Keith.
I was about ready to say something about... I was about ready to say something about... I forget what it was. We'll have to back up again. Rewind. I was about ready to say something about... I forget what it was. We'll have to back up again. Rewind so I can see where I was at.
Yeah, about lines and movies.
Yeah, lines in movies and that don't make sense. And
I thought you worked sober.
God damn it.
It was a stretch.
It'll come back to me.
Oh, Casa Blue Street. Come on, get it out. I'll edit it out.
All right. Fuck. Oh, son of a bitch. I said fuck. Oh, god damn. I said son of a bitch. Oh, hey.
I've got a friend with Tourette's.
Really?
Yeah.
No, whose routine was that? That was hilarious. Who did that early on? Oh, it was Albert Brooks.
Did he? Where he just kept
Albert
saying...
Brooks, yeah, he was the nervous DJ, and he said a cuss word. He went, oh, shit, I said goddamn it. He goes, son of a bitch, I said shit. Oh, fuck, I said son of a bitch. And it was very, very funny.
Yeah.
Loren, I saw early Steve Martin, a very early appearance on The Tonight Show about a week ago. Kind of arrow through the head days when he was doing the big...
Yep.
And immediately he reminded me of you. But
people have said that.
Do you get a lot of your... were you inspired by Steve Martin early on?
Oh, hell yes. He's my comedy hero.
I can see it.
When I was in high school, I mean, you know, I had all of his albums, you know, I mean, Let's Get Small, Wild and Crazy Guy, all the early ones. The Steve Martin Brothers, hardly anybody's heard of that album. Comedy Is Not Pretty was all of his albums. And he did the King Tut song. And yeah, I was just a huge... The Jerk, the movie The Jerk, I could recite almost every line of that whole freaking movie. And
he went on The Tonight Show and he did comedy for...
Dogs. You froze. But the word is dogs. When I was doing my Mazurka album in Korea, when I was there, and they put us up, you know, they moved all of our equipment from Osan Air Base, about 40 miles south of Seoul. They moved all of our stuff up there to the studio and put us up in a pretty nice hotel. And, you know, they treated us to meals all the time. We didn't pay for a single food while we were up there for like a week recording this thing. And other Korean rock stars were popping into the studio because we were a novelty. There was not usually Americans recording in a Korean studio there. So they were popping in and we were meeting all these people that I would see on TV, you know, musicians and stuff. They'd pop in and go to lunch with us and hang out and just were enthralled by us. And you know, we had no idea who they were, you know, most of them. And they'd say, yeah, this person...
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, they'd say, this person is so-and-so, this person is so-and-so, whatever. And we're like, yeah, okay, great. You know, and they're just like enthralled with us. And then, but after the fact, I'd watch TV and I'm like, oh, I met that guy or that girl, you know, they came into the studio. And one of them in particular...
to run your bags up to the room. Oh, they were a rock star? Oh, okay.
And one of them in particular was that guy, Steve Kim was his name. Kim Do-gyun was his name, but Steve was his name. And he spoke really good English. He was really tall for a Korean guy, like 6'2" or something like this. But he was like the Korean Eddie Van Halen. And he was shit hot on guitar. And long hair, everything like this. And I mean, he walked down the street and all girls would be like going, oh my God, it's him. You know, he was a star. And he was all over TV. So, and ultimately he asked me to play drums and our bass player to play bass, and for me to write lyrics on these 2 songs that he was doing on that Korean compilation album, that Rock in Korea project. And so, I mean, him and I became good friends, and we went out to clubs at night or whatever. He would go to the clubs with me, and he'd say he was too shy to ask like some of these American girls to dance. And so he'd say, will you ask that girl if she'll dance with me? I'm like, really? Why don't you just ask her? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, okay, all right. So I'd go over and I'd say, hey, excuse me, this guy over here, see him? He's like the Korean Eddie Van Halen. He's like really famous here and everything, and he wants to dance with you. And they'd be like, okay. So I was his wingman, and worked out pretty good.
He's making a shitload on the songs you wrote.
No doubt. I never got a penny. I got nothing. I got a raw studio recording of the thing on cassette that wasn't even the official pressing. It was just one that they burned off for me from the mix before they sent it off to the mastering. And then my wife actually, after I was remarried and everything like this, my wife found an old vinyl LP of that Rock in Korea thing online and ordered it for me for Christmas one year. I still got it. I was like freaking out.
Are we out, boys?
Yeah, I think
it's just us three now. If you guys have anything,
I have to pee again.
I do too.
Okay, love you. Talk to you soon. Keep up the work.
Good call, guys. All right, bye-bye.